The big, beautiful bill now in the hands of the Senate as the July 4th deadline looms to get the bill passed and onto the president for his signature. Joining us now to discuss this is the Republican National Committee Chair, Michael Whatley. Good morning to you, sir. Always good to see you.
Good morning.
House Speaker Mike Johnson did say Monday he hopes the Senate uses a light touch in its modifications of the bill, but you can see the calendar, less than a month away. Is it going to get done by July 4th?
We're going to get the bill done. We're going to get it to the president's desk. It may be before July 4th. We certainly hope so. If not, it'll be sometime during the month of July. But there's an urgency here to get the bill done because the American people need this relief. They need to know that these tax cuts are going to be extended, and ICE needs the support for the southern border. There's a lot in this bill that's very, very good, and we want to get it done.
Chairman, what is the holdup at this point? What modifications need to be made for Senate Republicans to be on board with this bill?
Well, you know the old Saturday morning cartoon, I'm just a bill. We're seeing it play out in real time. The House has passed its version. The Senate is going through its conversations, and they will make some modifications. And then we'll go back to the House and figure out, how to reconcile those two bills. But right now, the Republican Party is completely unified in saying that we're going to extend the Trump tax cuts, that we're going to have no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and tax relief for seniors who are paying Social Security. So this is the center point of this bill, and everybody is on board, and we're just talking about the differences between the House and Senate bill that need to be ironed out.
Yeah, and you talked about the ICE raids also. That's certainly putting pressure on GOP senators to pass it. It's got crucial border and immigration enforcement provisions in there. Talk about some of those provisions the GOP supports, including an end to Medicaid for illegal aliens.
Yeah, look, when you think about Medicaid, what we want to do is make sure that this program is solid, that it is going to be there and secure for America's most vulnerable, our seniors and others. And so we need to make sure that people who are not supposed to be on this program are not into this program, weakening it, and that's what this bill is going to do.
How many illegal immigrants receive taxpayer-funded health care benefits?
The latest analysis that we've seen is 1.4 million. And there's obviously a lot more work that needs to be done to take anybody who is not supposed to be on the rolls off of the rolls.
There have been now more than 400 arrests made in L.A., 23 businesses looted, according to the mayor there, who's now issued a curfew. What is your response to Democratic lawmakers like the mayor, like Governor Gavin Newsom, who have said that it was the administration that was risking public safety by deploying the National Guard?
Democratic posturing on this bill is absolutely, or on this issue is absolutely appalling. What they're saying is if ICE doesn't come in and enforce the law, then everything will be okay. You know, Joe Biden invited and rolled out the red carpet to bring 10, 15, 20 million illegal immigrants into the United States. Gavin Newsom, Karen Bass, and the rest of the Democratic leadership are fighting harder for those illegal aliens than they are their own constituents. And they're basically saying to the federal government, stay out of L.A. because we want to let these people live here.
This will certainly be an issue, I'm sure, during the midterms. Never too early to talk about that. What key races right now is the GOP focused on, and what's the strategy?
Well, the strategy is our agenda, right? The American people in 2024 elected President Trump, sent a Republican majority to the House, a Republican majority to the Senate, in order to restore the southern border, rebuild our economy, and make America strong. And right now, that's our legislative agenda. That's the agenda that we're seeing come out of the White House. The Democrats, on the other hand, are completely unified in wanting to see the largest tax hike in American history, wanting to see illegal immigrants allowed to stay in the United States, and wanting to see in really a weak America. So that's really the fault line that we're going to have in this election cycle. There are 13 seats right now that Donald Trump carried that are held by Democrats. Clearly, that's going to be a target point for us. There are seats on the other side of the aisle. When we talk about the Senate, we're going to have a few states that are really going to be in the middle of this campaign cycle. But it's all going to come down to the agenda. And the American people right now want to see a strong America. That's what Republicans are fighting for.
Very quickly, how has the GOP been able to capitalize on some of the deep divisions within the Democratic Party, especially with Gen Z activist and Vice Chair David Hogg?
Yeah, well, the interesting thing on the Democratic side right now is they're completely unified in the agenda that they're pushing. It's that open borders, inflationary spending, weak America agenda. And certainly you're going to have squabbles on the other side that we're going to watch. But right now, we need to hit our marks. President Trump is doing that every day from the White House. We need Congress to pass the one big, beautiful bill. And when we have our agenda rolling forward, that's when the American voters are going to continue to support the Republicans.
Republican National Committee Chair Michael Whatley, great to see you. As always, thanks for joining us.